Well, if you haven't sat down yet, you will be probably pretty soon for your holiday dinner. And things have been known to get pretty controversial around the table at this time. So let's talk about how you can make the most of your Thanksgiving meal with loved ones. Some of the pitfalls. Dr. Robi Ludwig is a psychotherapist and relationship expert and joins us live. What are the do's and don'ts?
Oh, yes. Well, I think if you go in and you're going to talk about politics, it's important not to prove your rightness and to listen with an open mind. There was a study that found that when people talk politics during Thanksgiving dinner, it can get very contentious very quickly.
Yeah.
So some people have a political free zone and others like to dive in. So know your audience.
Yeah, people talk about the 3 F's on Thanksgiving: food, football, and family.
Yes, yes.
Family is a big F.
Well, it can be, but here's the good news. If you find that you're talking about politics and it's getting nasty, have a diversion in mind. So if you look at, let's say, family Facebook information and get people talking about themselves, then it's very hard to get them off of themselves, which is a good thing. So that's a great way to segue away from politics. Say, hey, Aunt Sally, I saw your haircut and it looked amazing. Where do you go?
Yeah.
And that will definitely change the dynamics.
Not with my brother-in-law, but I want to read a quote from the New York Times editorial about this topic. And it says, the key to persuasive political dialogue is creating a safe and welcoming space for diverse views with a compassionate spirit, active listening, and personal storytelling.
Absolutely correct. I mean, I think when we get into a space where we need to impose our opinion on others, you have to know who you're dealing with and don't expect the people at your table to be any different than who they are. If you listen with curiosity, it's going to be a much more interesting conversation. Listen, we can all talk to people who have the same opinion in an echo chamber, but if you really want to hear diverse information, allow people to talk. You don't always have to take the bait. And don't prove your rightness, and you'll feel relieved.
It strikes me that we've never been this fractured as a society. And I'm just wondering, can't you just say no politics at the table? But politics are forbidden at this dinner table during this meal.
You certainly can. Some hosts decide to have an area where people can talk about politics.
Oh, yeah, I read that. That they were going to set up a separate room with snacks where you go in there if you want to talk politics, and then you can go back and join the group.
But I think politics is a little bit like the weather. It's something we can all join in and talk about, and it has a kind of reality TV kind of component to it. So I think people like to hear themselves talk and like to hear what other people have to say, especially if they're all in agreement.
So you're saying that the key to keeping the peace is to be a good listener.
Be open-minded. Don't prove your rightness. Listen with curiosity, and be very deliberate before you walk into any room. And how do you want to be? Take the high road, have a sense of humor, and be grateful.
And then be ready to change the subject.
Yes.
Because you divert, as you said. Yeah.
Aunt Sally, I like your hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's good advice. Aunt Sally does have nice hair.
She does.
And so do you, Dr. Robi Ludwig.
Thank you. Likewise. Happy Thanksgiving.
I really do. This is all me.
You're having a good hair day.
Yeah, thanks so much.